Hello HEMA friends and welcome to this new video. I just got back from my travel in the US to teach 3 classes at the WMAW, the Western Martial Arts Workshop, which takes place in Racine, Wisconsin, in a lovely place called The Coven, an 18th century college which felt a little bit like a sword fighter's version of Hogwarts. But let's start from the beginning. So I wake up at the 4 AM on Wednesday and bam, there is a bat flying around in my living room just over my suitcase. After saving my fencing equipment from that aggressive NPC, I finally reached the Malpensa airport, ready to travel to London. By the way, thank you Elisa for bringing me to the airport while hearing me complain about British Airways for over an hour. So at the airport I get tempted by local specialties. But I find enough courage to flee away from temptation and I finally get to my embarking gate. In a couple hours I get to London Heathrow, the labyrinth of desperation where I had to find my flight for Chicago. So I am in London, let's see if I manage to find the other airplane. After the correct amount of imprecations, I get on top of the flight for Chicago, where I can finally relax, enjoy some good reading and wait as the plane goes for its 7-hour-long trip. Finally, I arrive to Chicago, where I get saved by Steven, which drives me and the 2 other instructors of the Exiles, Mark and Luke, to the The Coven Center. Hello to YouTube, guys. So, after around 20 hours of trip, I am finally arrived and I instantly take possession of my room, the room 209, just ready to forget my sweaty fencing jacket there the day after, forever transforming it in a gas chamber. Nice. Anyway, let's be serious. The Coven. This place actually surprised me in many different ways, so let's have a trip around it together. This is the main hall, the center of every activity. It's full of rooms where people gather and chats about fencing and stuff. There is a conference room where instructors hold their lectures and a little shop where you can find training equipment and, most importantly, books. There are many interesting books which are in general only possible to buy on specialized websites. Everything is of course HEMA related in a way or the other, transcriptions, interpretations, how to book, etc. Here on the left there is a marquee with other sellers. Albion Swords is there with both sharps and blunts ready to test and buy on the spot. This is the gym, or better, the gymnasium. Here on Thursday, Friday and Saturday evening a beautiful sparring night takes place, many people sparring with different weapons, styles and equipment, a good occasion to meet some new fencers and have some fun. Outside you also find the field for the deed of arms. I can't say nothing more about the deed than what the images show.
Oyez! Oyez! Make now way for the gallant knights and their attendants. Guardia, avoid. Push him out!
Come on, Jack, walk forward, Ned. Come on, drive!
Keep going!
Drive!
It is simply beautiful to watch these people fighting in armor in the way it is supposed to be done. The aesthetic of many armors is also astonishing and I would have loved to watch it entirely, but I also had to teach my classes. Yes, that's why I was there in the first place, right? And you would expect to see me doing some teaching. other than these two couples of shots here. I mean, I kept 3 classes, 7 hours of teaching in total. So this is the second day of seminars. I actually noticed how good a YouTuber I am, because I didn't say anything about the first day, so I made my first seminar. Yeah, that sounds like me. Anyway, let's keep going with our tour. Here you may find the 2 halls where the seminars generally takes place, mostly when the sun is unkind or the weather gets harsh. Luckily, we had the chance to keep many classes outside in the open field, which is far better. There are always 3 classes running at the same time, so it is impossible to take every single one of them. Unless you have a time turner, but then you have to fix all the time paradoxes you are going to create at some point. Well, anyway, there are 3 classes running at the same time and generally a lecture, so you always have plenty of choice in terms of what you can/want to train. There were plenty of classes and instructors. Tom Pue teaching Destrezza and Montante. Greg Mele teaching Armizzare in all its forms. Peter Coria gave us taste of its wrestling and longsword. And then many others: Georgian sword and buckler, Italian dueling sword, Italian pugilato, spear fighting, dual wielding side swords, and many, many others. The 2 halls I've just shown you are also the place in which the Saturday exhibition, which is basically a demonstration of the instructors' fighting skills and style, and the Saturday feast, which happens instantly after the exhibition, takes place. By the way, if you want to see the entire exhibition, you may find it in the video description or linked somewhere here on the screen. The event formally starts on Thursday morning and ends on Sunday. And for all these days there is plenty of people around. Everyone is either fencing, teaching fencing, talking fencing. I mean, you got it. It's hard to not find out some new idea, to experiment with out there, and especially some new interesting people to know. And if you are tired and you just want to relax a little bit, you can simply walk a couple 100 meters, I mean something 100 feet, and find the beautiful and relaxing view of the Lake Michigan. But pay attention to the ninja squirrels. They are everywhere, and they are watching you. Well, long story short, this event is beautiful, full of hints for historical fencers, instructors and researchers. Unluckily, it happens only once every 2 years, so keep it in mind for the next edition, or you will have to wait for if you miss it. But sadly, all the good things have an end, and on Monday morning I got to Chicago O'Hare, where my friend Bruno of the Exiles walked me through the boring and the never-ending process of getting through the airport check-in and security to the gate. And so I flied back to London Heathrow, yes, that hellish place, where this time I found an official Harry Potter shop which satisfied my nerdiness and let me forget for a moment I was inside an airport. And after a brief, well, bumpy flight, I was finally back home. Very good people, remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, give a look to my Patreon page, link in the description if you want to support my work, and as always, thanks for watching and see you next time.